Hello and welcome to my knife channel. I just wanted to show you some of the traditional knives and stuff that I have. Um, Over here on the right was, back in the day, this is all we had was folding knives, like a Buck 110 folding hunter. This is a 2-dot or 4-dot or whatever, 2 dots on either side of 110. You can tell the age from them. It has a different kind of a drop point and everything. I carried this one a lot. Um, this one was my father's. In 1964, when he came back from Vietnam, he gave me this knife, and I thought I'd lost it. It's an Imperial. I don't know if you can see it right there, but on the edge you can see 1964. That's a cool knife. This is to me, this is my most valuable knife because sentimental reasons. Here is a melon tester that I got when I was a teenager, and I had it taken away from me because my parents found it and thought that it was too long of a knife for me to have or something. But what I have right here is kind of interesting. I abused this knife back in the day. You could start, if you had a problem with your ignition switch, whatever, you could jumper a couple of cables, and it would arc pretty good, and you could crank over the engine, kind of like hot wire. That's how that got messed up in there. This is a Saber stainless brand, made in Japan. Probably fake handles there also. This was my father's. It's another Saber. This may have been mine because it said Saber. I remember that there was a store there, a little candy store and everything, a little local grocery store, and yeah, Saber Japan 49 down there. I don't think that's the year. I think they're more modern than that. And this was my father's. It's just a frost cuddly little, lock back and everything. Um, this Swiss, this is, I used to think it was the Classic, but this is called the Executive. And the difference is that this tip right here on the file is pointed, which really works well for cleaning out your nails. If you use, this is a more recent one that I got, Frankie and Bird one. If you use the Classic SD and you go to use the nail file, it's blunt. I mean, you can still kind of do it, but it's just not as efficient. You're not going to get all the way down there in your fingernails. So, I just thought I'd bring that up about that. But this one usually rides on my keychain with my keys. This is an electrician's knife. This one was given to me by a fellow lock sport person. It's a Camillus, New York. It has a locking thing right here. I think this is for the other blade. Yeah, it's not for the knife. It's for this. You can lose a fingernail trying to get this thing out sometimes. Ugh. But this is the screwdriver type of thing. And there's the locking piece that comes over and locks that down. This is semi-sharp. I think I started to try to sharpen it and try to make something out of it. But it's really, I don't know if it was ever designed to be sharpened. But anyway, that's what that one is. It's kind of cool. And then over here, I started getting into Rough Riders. And at first, I was collecting different types. Like I like the canoe type of style blade here. This one actually came in white bone scales, and I dyed it blue. This is a glow-in-the-dark one, and this is I think this is a blue smooth bone. Then I started deciding I should just get different shapes of traditional. So I have a longer toothpick in the Black Widow series. You know, I was tempted to like get all the Black Widow series and everything, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. Maybe one example is good enough for that. And then this is like the Strike It Rich. So you can kind of combine with trying different kind of scales or whatever, and shapes, or just collecting one particular. This is the what do they call that, cherry bone, and another glow in the dark. I got this one recently. This is a sow belly trapper. What I've noticed on that is the middle blade is bent over on purpose. So one of these things are kind of like hand fitted and everything, because you don't really notice it when you're using it, but it is slightly, see, canted off to the left. These are great knives. It's only like about 14-15 bucks, and you can try. This is in the tobacco bone, and this series I think was called the Outdoorsman, and they sometimes they'll have them. I get most of mine from Smoky Mountain Knife Works, but sometimes they run out. They say out of stock, and I don't ever see them like ever coming back in stock. So you usually have to go to eBay to get one of those. This is a pipe doctor that I got in recently, along with that that sow belly. Has a very nice worn sheepfoot type of blade to it that I really like, and it has a very nice little probe for your pipe. That comes in very handy if you do anything, and the end is flat if you want to tamp down your bowl. Or an original pipe doctor was like crushing pills. And then this one was also a hawkbill. It was also in white smooth bone, and I dyed it red. And I just wanted to try, you know, like I said, the different types of blade shapes. So the only thing it looks like that I'm missing a few of them is a moose, which is kind of like I guess a trapper with blades. Instead of going here, it's on this end. There may be more to it than that, but I need to get like a moose. I don't have any lady legs, you know, the ones like that, because those are really not super appealing to me. But you know, I guess if you're going to collect different shapes and styles of traditional knives, then you would need to want to include that. Anyway, there you go. That's all I've got there for the traditionals. I keep the good thing about these are that you can spend just a little bit of money and get a very well made knife, you know, with a Rough Rider, and not spend a whole lot of money, and just be able to, you know, have a knife that you carry around in your pocket if you don't want to frighten the people. I've got a lot of traditional and modern knives and stuff that, you know, flick open or flash open. And if you're in some environment where there's a bunch of sheeple running around, you know, if you pull something like this out, you know, to open up or cut something, you're not going to freak them out as much if you're worried about that. They're also good to have in your pocket, like if somebody knows you've always got knives and stuff, you know, and always trying to borrow a knife, instead of giving them, you know, a $200 knife and have them screw it up, you can just hand them a little, you know, pocket knife like one of these, or one of these, you know, something that just has a traditional blade and would withstand most of the stuff that they want to, you know, use it for. So anyways, there you go. Thank you for watching this. I'll try to put up more content as time goes by, but I just thought I'd show you the different traditional knives that I've had for a while, and I really like the modern knives too. I just wanted to show you, these are the ones that if you don't have a lot of money and you want to get your knife fix in for, you know, like for less than $20, usually you can get a pretty decent knife that's a lot of fun just to mess around with, you know. Thank you for watching, and enjoy yourself.